It's that yummy update time, friends. BTC still on a green monthly candle, 108,000. We are waiting for a random thrust up into the sky. A very family-friendly type of thrust is what we're looking for. Some sort of good news is pretty much on the agenda. We don't know what it's going to be. That's how it's all working, right? Ready to get programmed into just some sort of upwards move. We don't know. Once again, we don't know how long it's going to take, but usually around this moment when you're like crawling towards the roof, there's a little pop-up. It could be more government intervention, something that's pro-crypto. We don't know what it is, but something's going to appear. Now, remember, the government, they have some acts that have been released, but they're actually very anti-crypto. It's just funny. The fact that the government just like talks about crypto, that's enough to pretty much push it through. So the Genius Act, we nickname it here on the channel the Evil Genius Act. It's a stablecoin act because it disables yield, makes it illegal. It's CBDC trash for stablecoins, but we like it. Why? Because it enhances PDI and the ping pong effect. That's why we love it. They also have another bill called the Clarity Act. And the Clarity Act, thanks to baby doll Chris 1000X, he says the Clarity Act is potentially going to delist 90% of crypto from American centralized exchanges and ban DEXs altogether. Soylana, the main one. It's kind of funny that and everyone's like, yeah, crypto adoption. We're here to ban stuff. So it's funny how it all works. It works itself out, right? Now, what's been going on in the land of cryptocurrency? Let's play some Crash Bandicoot music, friends. See, all over crypto now, we've hit this point. 4 years in the making. 4 years waiting. When is the business cycle going to go up? Are we ever going to get a freaking alt season? We're all caught together. Kyle Doopsy from Crypto Banter. Remember, friends, Crypto Banter has 1.2 million subscribers, one of the largest crypto YouTube channels. Ranny Boo is the founder of Crypto Banter. Kyle Doops, friends, is holding PulseChain.
Okay, let's see. Robert's got some interesting comments over here. Richard Hart says, PulseChain is less gay than Gaycoin. Thoughts? I think that they're close to as gay as each other. Very close. But probably a little bit less gay on PulseChain. I actually still hold some PulseChain, believe it or not. That's, yeah, we'll see if it recovers. We'll see if it recovers. I got in way back in the seed round a couple of years ago. Okay, quickly look.
Wonderful stuff there. So a little known fact for everyone, because there's a lot of new people out here. A lot of people disappeared from PulseChain as well because the prices are down. But a lot of people sacrificed, a lot, all over the cryptocurrency industry. Randy Boo sacrificed. Ivan sacrificed. Now, he sold his Pulse to go buy into Soy. Okay, but friends, a lot of people sacrificed, a lot. And the price has just gone down. So what now? Well, they don't talk about it because it's anyone in this position, they just follow each other, man. No one wants to talk about stuff that's down. No one wants to put their neck out on the line and say, oh, I believe or whatever. So, and look, I don't, who cares about that? Oh, there's no morals or ethics here. I don't give a shit. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. That's why a lot of people obviously look to me for help, even though I'm not giving you any financial advice at all. I'm just telling you, look, man, I know it looks bad to the average retailer pleb who's poor, mind you, and makes wrong decisions. It looks bad to them when you see all these people who did sacrifice, they've now disappeared. But that actually doesn't mean anything, bro, because I know the names you're talking about. They don't hand out unicorns, bro. They don't believe in shit. I've been watching them for years. They don't tell me about something that's literally dead on the floor. They don't give me the thesis, how this thing's going to work out. You don't know what's even worse? Not worse, but it sucks. A lot of the big trusted names, I'm not going to say their names, but when they get big amounts of followers, they stop talking about stuff. Because then they go, oh, I don't want to be held responsible and well, it is what it is. But probably because maybe they lose their talent. They just don't want the stress. So when your voice gets bigger to help more people, they become more quiet. Because they just know how hard it is, right? So many altcoins go down because they believe in nothing. Okay, man, it's kind of like just because things is tough, does that mean you don't try anymore? People remember, right? So Doopsy, he's still holding his PulseChain, and it might be less gay than Gaycoin, as he was joking out here. Can PulseChain get to 5x sack price? It's like a 40x from today. That would be huge. So all these people will come out and they'll start progressively talking louder about it when it appears. Now, friends, also if you've been paying attention in what's been going on, play some angel music out here. Rest in peace, Jeffrey Epstein. You know, ended his own life. You know what I mean? What happened to the camera footage? Oh, it was deleted. No, wait, it actually appears. Why is there a minute missing from the footage? Oh, according to AI, 11:59 doesn't actually exist. Go check the clock, friends. Go check the clock. According to AI, 11:58 ticks over to midnight now. 11:58 also ticks over to midday. So 11:59 doesn't actually exist. Interesting. This is wild as well, friends. Do you remember this girl, Madeleine McMahon? I swear, like, this thing was, like, blasted all over the news. Remember the parents here? There's always, like, the rumor that the parents did it and stuff out here. Well, how wild is it that the drawing of the lady to be last seen with the girl literally looks like Jizzlane? Jizzlane, I'd like to jizz in your lane. Oops, did I say that? No. I don't know if she's anything like Jeffrey. Maybe I'm a bit too old for her. She likes him young. I know he did. So the female abductor, this is it. So it's kind of funny, man. This is what's mentioned here, right? So Jizzlane, obviously responsible for so many missing children. You know what's wild, friends? Like, man, you listen to David Icke and there's a lot of people. This is just the craziest part. I don't care. If you're too blue-pilled, move along. I'm just telling you now what I've been hearing my whole life, and I thought it was kook, but I think there's a lot of merit to these. A lot of the missing children cases, it has a lot to do with interdimensional forces. Now, we use the word, we don't know how to describe them, so we use biblical terms like Satan, devil. We use these terms out here. There's the pedo, fillet, the rings out there. You want to know as well, friends, Alex Jones actually shares insight into these. So what these they believe is there's different fields we have with humans. So apparently children, I guess they have some sort of like, I don't know, like some sort of like vigorous, youthful glow or some sort of field around them that people want to, like evil people want to take advantage of. Of course, that leads you down this rabbit hole about this adrenochrome and the blood thing. I don't know about that. I don't know. Some people say it's true. Some people say it's not. But there could be other stuff that we don't get. Now, here's the thing. Whether it's true or not, actually, it doesn't concern you and me. What's the most important part is the rich billionaires, they think it's real. So this explains a lot of what's going on. Also, if you're very interested too, friends, you know, do you know during when there was like an earthquake and a tornado in one of these third world countries, like Tahiti and stuff, Well, some UFO abduction stories, there's been crashed UFO sites. What's actually happened is, after like this is years and years and years and years of putting the pieces of the puzzle together, people have found during these village wipeouts, the Black Ops government would go in, deep state military, they'd go in and they'd abduct children. Yeah, because it's easy for them to say they were lost at sea, they were lost in a tornado. Now, why do they go abduct children? They're looking for Psyonic Ability kids. So apparently this is something else. Now, I don't know if this is all psyops and stuff out here, but like apparently if you're gay and you're left-handed, you have like a slightly higher edge of Psyonic Ability. Maybe your pineal gland's a bit bigger as well. Now, why this is crazy as well, one of the most famous remote viewers, Ingo Swann, he was a gay dude as well. He was the one who remote viewed the moon. Okay, so all of these friends, remember, whenever I talk about UFO stuff, I want you to know that you don't have to believe or not, and I don't give a shit what you think. All I know is America's got a deep state, trillions of dollars go here, they're going to keep printing money, crypto's going to pump. That's it. That's how I interpret this. Also, it's been funny. The past 5 years has been a bull market for red pillars, and it's been a conspiracy super cycle, which is, interesting to say the least. Also, thank you to Johnny Boo for showing this clip about the parents of Madeleine McMahon. So, unfortunately, it's very sick. You can imagine it was someone describing, they said, an action Madeleine would do, and unfortunately, it's the actions of a kid that's been abused. So, yeah, man, some sick people out there, man. So, just to let you know, right? crypto's going to win because they can't ban it and they don't want to ban it. Okay, if they, trust me, if they want something to disappear, the government comes out and tells you, hey, Bitcoin doesn't exist. Nothing exists, right? The new psyops from the Department of Jelly Beans and the fancy banana investigators, Blue Pill Cuck Central, literally telling everybody that, oh, he definitely offed himself and there was no list in the first place. Remember, friends, I also showed you some cracker Chainlink news out here. MasterCard. Chainlink officially partnered with MasterCard, but nobody cares because the link BTC ratio is down 94%. I covered it for you in juicy news, but just it's a friendly reminder just to show you good news, bad news doesn't matter, dude. The business cycle matters. Chainlink have had 15, 20, 30 million bajillion good news. Doesn't pump the price. Nothing pumps the price. Nothing. You need the business cycle up. Good news and bad news happens all the time, okay? But when the business cycle's down, good news doesn't make it go up, all right? When the business cycle's up, it's the opposite. Even if you have bad news, people go, oh, it doesn't matter because this other thing succeeded, so we can succeed too. Want to show some more Kraken news of what's happening. The PumpFun token is going to be launched very soon, friends. And you can do what you want. I'm not touching this stuff, but it's the final exit liquidity, the final boss. Many coins on Soylana, they're actually dumping right now. A lot of people, they're dumping a lot because people are preparing capital to basically participate in this. Now, the thing is, it's going to start maybe 4 billion market cap. You can do what you want. I'm not touching this. If I touch, it's trading on DGen leverage stuff. It's out here. Nothing like long-term holding. It will be their final extraction dump. Pump token will be their final boss. So that's what they're pretty much. No one wants to be like OpenSea and launch too late out here. Mr. PulseX Peter, I think if you send a God candle, it will be short-lived coverage due to this. So maybe we have to wait longer. Actually, very true, sir. Yeah. So PumpFun's pretty much going to take over the whole industry in terms of like everyone's going to see what happens. But we'll see, friends. It's literally full-on grifting. Literally, the whole thing is just going to be turbo grifting, turbo poop. It's going to be LA Vape Cabal. I mean, like, I have to say it. Like, Crypto Banter made a full 1-hour episode just dedicated about how this thing's going to be great and the valuations and all these. But we'll see, man. We'll see when it comes to these. It's a casino. The PumpFun Team Foundation just going to keep dumping in the background as they do, but we'll see. Check this out as well, friends. So, apparently... Look at this. Apparently, Kraken, you know, Kraken Exchange, the crackheads with the purple octopus, they received, they sent, not received, they sent $15 million of soy to the PumpFun developers. They sent money. So, Kraken have paid $15 million to PumpFun token just to get first rights to list on their exchange. Now, I've added that in. I'm just thinking, hey, like, why would you send 15 million there? That's a lot of money, right? That could be it. So 15 million, they're probably saying, hey, list on us only for the first few days because we get the huge network effect of everybody sign up, but they want to trade on our exchange. That might be it because they just do a lot of volume. You probably wonder, friends, like, why would they pay that much money? Well, they already estimate, they go, okay, this thing might trade. It might literally do, if it's 4 billion market cap, it might do like $4 billion of volume in the first week. You see? So Kraken might have like a 0.3% fee. And if they do 4 billion volume, I'm doing that right now, they will get $12 million. Wow. If they get it's 0.3%. Right, of volume done on that whole thing. That'll be 12 million. So they make back their money in the first week. So it's 4 million in the first week, but it might do like, you know, it might do more than that. It might do 10 million in the first week. That might be why they have done that. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure when it comes to this. It could also be that PumpFun have given them tokens. They could be given like a lot of the supply at the start, and they've just done an exchange. But I'm just showing you this stuff, what's going on. The PumpFun token is expected to launch within 5 to 7 days. It'll be one of the biggest grifts in crypto. So I guess we'll all see and watch and see what happens. Yeah. And you'll be really interested to watch what the SOL-eth ratio does, because here you have all the PumpFun mania stuff out here. You have bangers and everything out here. This was Donald Trump launching his token. Donald Trump launched his token here, and then Ethereum went to 0 here. All right. So you have these two, and so we'll see what happens. So now you have Soylana ETF, and maybe PumpFun is launching. Come on, man. Guys, you got to be honest with yourself, bro. You have literally Tel Aviv Central PumpFun who literally have dumped $550 million of soy. They are launching their token. It's literally a JPEG casino. Okay, that's it. Okay, it's easy. It's like the literally most easily copy-pastable thing ever. They are launching a token. It's launching expensive. They've been known to grift and dump, and they're doing all the token generation at the start. Do you know that? There's not even a long lockup. They're just literally just going to full-on just grift and dump. You've already had the president launch on your chain. Like, what else could you possibly expect holding? Okay? Now, I know what the answer is. The answer is people aren't rich enough yet. All right, well, we'll see, bro. We'll see. I'm going to play with my Pokeball, and you go play with your Pokeball if you got one. Okay? You'll see. You'll see. It's just like, bro, you've already had all the popular world's attention on you, you know? But whatever. I'm going to give you a snippet of my timeline as well. Okay, what we're going to do is play some PUBG music. Let's play some PUBG music. This was my timeline today, okay? Let's read from the bottom. Binance. You manage Binance's Twitter account for a day. What would you post? Right above it, look what I see from Mr. FOMO Factory. In a year, we'll regret for not taking the opportunity in the altcoin market today. And then Mr. Dirty Crypto has been doing all the PDI conspiracy posts. Have I gone completely insane? And then right on top is American Alchemy, which is Jesse Michaels, UFO video dude. How would you test that we live in a simulation? This is my my timeline. It's like bang, 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 bang. Interesting, right? Also, you can see, friends, what's happening is people doing their the Twitter Spaces. PumpFun launch, and then you have no Epstein list confirmed by Trump. So, yeah, man. We're just waiting for that good news. So that brings us to where we are today. Still holding, still believing. Yeah, it's just sad, man. Can we just go up, bro? What are we gonna do, man? And how's blockchain backer gonna be right? Sorry, bro. How are we ending in 2 months, dude? How are we ending in 2 months? We've been going down for 4 years. You know, I know what. It's just it's always humans are so predictable. When their coin runs early and good, they go, oh, it's over soon. Because what they think is, they always think their coin's going to do the parabolic move in the next 2 months for them to exit. Rarely. That doesn't happen. It never happens. Something goes wrong with the plan. And they just got to change stuff up again. We'll see. Like, subscribe. Catch you soon.